Hey everyone, so I think it's time to explain our little hiatus. Sorry all, but as some of you may know, Path of Exile 2 is in its early access phase, and it's clear to say that
Quickly! He's escaping!
it may be ruining some lives out there. Not only have I been finding myself losing track of time and grinding through this game, attempting to build my character up in such a way to destroy enemies in my path with just my sheer presence, but as you can see here, my friends have been doing so as well. Now I'll be honest, this isn't my typical type of game. I'm more of a competitive gamer and usually need some sort of PvP to keep myself entertained in a game long enough to continue grinding through it. However, Path of Exile 2 is just a really amazing refresher and shows how a really well put together game could just take over your life.
Alright, major stone shield potions should be... Oh god.
Mind you, this is still early access, so there's a lot more to expect and a lot of changes that will take place in the future, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I will be exploring every nook and cranny of these procedurally generated maps over and over again until I feel satisfied with the destruction I've left in my wake. And that's the thing, one big thing that I think PoE 2 did amazingly well is making these maps procedurally generated keeps everything fresh and new. While core quests will be the same and have the same general looking areas, its positioning and overall location can be entirely different. And it's crazy how much a slight directional change in a boss arena can make the battle feel fresh and new. Not only am I finding myself glued to my seat just to progress through the acts of the game to see what crazy cool boss designs and boss fights they have in store for us, because it is an understatement when I say they are very well designed and unique.
This creature will be your end.
Fury!
But the amount of time I spent reading through the damn passive skill tree to see how I want to build my character up is insane. Take a look at this. They got me here looking at a fucking star map to see how I want to build my characters, and not only that, but there's even more if you include the ascendancies and hell, linking up passives to see what fits best with whatever skills you've acquired. I'm sitting here doing fucking mathematical equations to see which would fit the best for my current skills. Now that's just the passive skill tree. Then there's the actual skills, and there's support gems, and your armors, runes for your armors, for your weapons, and passive skill tree gems, and way more than I can explain in a short video like this. Like, it's a lot. Now don't get me wrong, it's not a complaint, and it can look very intimidating if you're new to the game like I was. But the way the game explains its mechanics is actually quite easy to get into. Now what I like most about the whole crazy intimidating passive tree is that it's the same for all characters, you just have different starting points based on the class you choose. For example, a monk will start at a different point in the tree compared to where a witch or sorcerer would. But the cool thing is, hey, you want to build your monk to be more down the witch's passive skill tree? Sure, you can do that. It might not be the best outcome, but it's possible. This game gives you the free range to build however you want. Even with the support gems, which gives your skills different abilities, they'll give you a set of recommended support gems that seem to fit those skills better, but you can just slot in other support gems as you see fit as long as it's compatible with the skill itself. The amount of freedom you get is pretty fun, and it keeps you wanting to grind the game more and more just to change up your character and see how other builds may work. Now that's just for one character. There are currently 6 to choose from, and although I haven't beaten the game myself, I've gotten so absorbed like many others that I just needed to see how other classes felt. Now this is a pretty short video, but I thought it best to explain game titles little hiatus, so this was just a quick update for our lack of content. But now, in all seriousness, we do have some pretty important matters to attend to. So, bye.